it is UCLA Pack here. Reason why I'm making this video is I get a lot of questions on who should I ascend next, and that's a really hard question, and I struggle with it myself because there's so many good heroes out there. So I am going to be breaking them down by element. So for this particular video, we're going to talk about the best and limiting this one to just 5 stars, the best 5-star fire heroes, in my opinion. A lot of you may disagree, and that's fine. Just comment in the section on what you think. But I came up with, there's 20 5-star fire heroes out there that are available that I could come up with. If I miss them, then obviously they're probably not too extravagant because I don't have them, or they're not important enough to remember. So if I miss one, put that in the comment section as well. So let's get started with who I think is the best fire heroes to ascend. So, right off the bat, we're going to go with Gravemaker. Gravemaker, #1 fire hero, just because he's very fast. He does a lot of damage to 3. That burn damage is huge, especially against nature. Best 5-star, best flank in the game. Best 5-star red, in my opinion. I have 3 of them max, so obviously I think he's really good. I like variety, but if the hero's just that good and that much better than the competition, I would rather have 3, 4, 5 Gravemakers than, say, someone less on the poll. So Gravemaker, #1. #2, who I would ascend next, is Black Knight. I do not have Black Knight, but I've seen raids with Black Knight, and oh my gosh, he is crazy with survivability. He can turn a bad board around just because he can basically make that damage 1. It's like a Nari dodge plus he gives attack, and it's that taunt is very hard to kill. He gets pretty annoying if he fires. With the release of Malossi, he's not as good on defense, but on offense, Black Knight I think is a really good hero. Also really good in events and the Titan because of that attack boost. So #2, I'd go with Black Knight because of that. And then #3 is Keitha. She was on our top 10 list. Keitha is the only 5-star cleanser that is fast, and that is huge, especially with how raids are in war, how the game goes so fast. It's hard to turn around a bad board, but she kind of helps out with that fast cleanse. So getting her special off quicker, definitely a good hero to have. Also boosts attack, which is an added bonus. In my opinion, boosting attack really helps with events, Titan, mainly offense. She's actually not too bad on defense too. The cleanse gets kind of annoying and she hits everyone. So Keitha came in at #3 for me. Next person who I want to ascend, and you'll see probably a summons video of me actually doing more than 10 pulls for this hero, is Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots has heal for everyone, has summons minions, and boosts attack. So huge hero to have, especially with all the Telerias as tank. So #4, I would go with Puss in Boots. And hopefully I will spin the summon wheel and maybe get lucky, but who knows? Probably not. Not with my luck. #5, Mitsuko. She is just really awesome to have. Her special is very unique. She deals damage on 3, she reduces mana on 3, and then she does the the status effects reflect, which is really great, especially against the double blues that we see with Finley and Vela defenses. So Mitsuko is a really good one to have. I actually maxed 3 of her because you can never have too much of a good thing. And she's got a really good class too. The sorcerer class I really like because that comes in handy in raiding. Not as good on Titans or events, but I'm basing a lot of this on my favorite aspect of the game, and that would be war and raiding. So you'll see a little bit of bias on that, but usually if they're really good in war raiding, they're probably going to be pretty decent at Titans and events also. Number 6, I would go with Grazul. Grazul is very fast and also a little bit unique. Doesn't give too much of a heal, but it is a nice little added bonus. The immunity is what she's really good at, but the timing is a little harder because it's only for 2 turns. So Grazul, immunity is nice. I would like her even more if she would cleanse the already existing, but as is, if you time her right and if you get the tiles, she's pretty good to have. Number 7, I went with Pyre, our season 3 red hero. Actually pulled him. If I don't get Puss in Boots, he will get the rings for that. He's fast, deals 285 damage. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all that text. It's just a lot. He self-heals. Yeah, he can revive. Gives bleed damage, so really good attacker. Also really good on defense because I've seen him just revive, and when he revives, he's also a fighter, so he can revive, and then if he fires a special off, he can revive again. He's just really hard to kill, so, and does a decent amount of damage, if you add that bleed damage in there too, which stacks with Gravemaker. So, on attack, I would definitely use him. If I decide to give him the rings, it wouldn't be a bad thing, I don't think. So I'm not gonna be too broken up if I don't get Puss in Boots. But Tyre, definitely another good one to have. He came in at number 7. Our one and only fire sniper is number 8 for me. Marjina. I think she's a little underrated, to be honest with you. She has always been really good for me. I love her class. And she's the only fire sniper there is that she does 458 damage. So, yeah, does the most damage to 1. Very good hero to have, and she's a season 1 hero. So, yeah, that's kind of shocking that she came in so high. But I've always had good luck with Marjina. Number 9 for Fire Heroes, I would go with Jean-Francois. Where are you? I don't have him fully maxed, but I do have him. There he is. He doesn't do initial damage, which is kind of a bad thing, especially with Malossi out there. He can just render his special useless. The all allies get plus 94% defense against ice is kind of nice, and the changing the protection against defense for elemental is kind of big too. So if you throw Panther at him, he will change that to plus defense instead of negative, which really pairs well with Kill Hair if you think about it, because she would is supposed to lower the defense of her allies, but if Jean goes off first, then she actually gives everyone plus defense. So it would actually pair well, but very situational. I'm not a huge fan of him. If I were to level up Kill Hair, I would probably want to level up Jean as well, just to put them together. She would also go good with Grazul, because Grazul can counter that lower defense, just because with the status element. Where is she? There she is. Yeah, with the immunity of new status elements. So yeah, Jean I put as number 9 on who I would ascend. Number 10 right next to him is Natalia. I think a lot of people give her a bad rap, but in reality, she's really pretty decent. Fast hero, and does quite a bit of damage. When Natalia goes off, when I faced her a bunch on defense, and when she goes off, she does a lot of damage. And it can't be dispelled, so you can't cleanse it. And then the negative mana generation is really big too, because you stop for anyone from doing their specials. It's gonna be pretty tough to beat. So she only does it to 1, so it's like being a sniper, a fast. It just takes more turns. So not terrible. I think you'd have to fit her in the right team. She obviously wouldn't be really that great on Titans or events, but just on regular attack, not huge on defense either, just because she doesn't do a lot of initial damage. But on attack, I think that's where she really shines. So number 10, Natalia. Number 11, Captain Kestrel. I actually liked him a lot more when I had emblems on him. I thought he was really decent, but without emblems, he's kind of lackluster to me. He hits 3, which is really good, and I was using him on defense. But he just doesn't hit him very hard on attack, and hasn't been really a huge game changer for me, so I'm not totally sold on him. For what it's worth, like, we're facing green tanks and I don't even use him, and he's fast and hits 3, so I'm not a huge fan of Kestrel, and a lot of people may disagree with me, but he hasn't really proven himself to be one of those top fire heroes that I wish he was. I would almost need to give him back emblems to make him viable, and I don't think that's something that I'd want to do. So Kestrel came in at 11. Number 12 is Anzo. Anzo's like never really been an extravagant hero. I actually fed mine, so I don't have his card here, but he resists the mana slowdown from Teleria, so that is a plus on his part, especially with Teleria being tanks, and he heals for damage done, which is kind of nice as well. I'm not a huge fan of it, obviously. When I talk about this wacko dude, bleeper guy, I'm not a fan of that kind of heal, but then does damage on all of them. So yeah, he's not terrible. Not one of my favorites though. Ares, I really kind of put him lower in at 13. He used to be the best tank in the game, and his special used to be great. He did go through a couple nerfs, or one nerf, I'm not sure how many, back in the day, because he was so great, and now he's just, I can't get it. When I get a special to go off, it's like I don't need it. So he used to be really tanky, but with emblems, the stats have gone up, and he's not as much of a tank anymore to withstand what he used to, unless I put emblems on him, and I've got emblems on Teleria. So, but these stats used to be quite impressive at 740, 1442. But if you look at an emblem Teleria, the defense on Teleria unemblemed is just like huge compared to Ares. So, yeah, almost 100 difference. So Ares is not quite the tank that he used to be if you look at the stats on the new heroes. So Ares has dropped down quite a bit for me. I like his special. I like that he heals. He only heals 3 though, so it's not anything comparable to say like Puss in Boots heals everybody. So he's not really viable anymore, which it makes me a little sad because he was my first hero that I took to 80. Let's see, 14, I don't have this one, is Santa. Santa, I never really got, I'm not too, lucky when it comes to the seasonal heroes, so Santa and Miss Claus or whoever, Mother North, that's who it is. They never wanted to join my team, so that's fine. Santa lowers defense, which I think is huge. I would probably use him in events and Titan. And then he lowers attack too, so his special is really kind of nice, especially in those tournaments where it's the very fast is on everybody. I would think Santa would be good at that. On attack, he's slow though, so not a huge hero that I would want. I'm not big on a bunch of slow heroes. Number 15, I chose Red Hood. I really liked when she came out, but her special just doesn't wow me. Her minions die too quickly. The minions are 14% HP, but they feel like they just die with a Vela special. So, and then you get no healing bonus from it. So basically, she's an average hitter of everyone for 131 damage, and then the minions really don't do much for you. They don't stack much at all. That's almost comparable to some of the season 1 heroes, like Catalan, I think, does. I think I fed her too. I have really bad feeding habits. Anyway, 131 damage is not that much, and for an average hero, I would want to see more from her, even though I really love her avatar. So, Hood came in at 15 on who to ascend. Right after her, I put Queen of Hearts, and Queen of Hearts does damage to 3. They may raise that, but it really doesn't matter. That's not too much damage. And then her playing card, same as Red Hood, that 13% HP, just is not doing it for me. That thing dies so quickly. Her taunt is nothing compared to Black Knights. So Queen of Hearts is kind of lackluster to me as well. If she had more minion cards, or if that 13% HP was raised a bit, then it wouldn't get wiped out with one special. So Queen of Hearts, not a huge fan of her. I thought she was going to be better than what she was when I leveled her, but definitely wishing I could have a lot of these rings back for Pyre, and Natalia and Jean, actually, because I'm still waiting on rings for them. Let's see, 17, I picked Elena, and I'm kind of torn on Elena because I love her special. If you have costume Elena, I would say that she'd probably be up higher, but just regular Elena, what kills her for me and why she's so low is this defense here is just pathetic for a 5-star. 578 defense, she just dies too quickly, especially with the attacks the way they are. I would love to use Elena on defense, but with that defense, there's no way. She would just melt with one Vela attack. It's pretty bad. So, but her riposte is awesome. I like her as a hero. She's really fun to raid with, but not one of the best because she's slow and her defense is terrible. Kong, I actually fed him. He's kind of the same way. His defense is awful. Hits everyone. He's average though. Does give defense for blue, which is nice. But nothing really nothing really stands out about Kong that makes me think he's a great hero. Number 19, Kagan. He's slow. Actually, I got Fire up here. We can look at Kagan. He's actually not too bad in events because he hits 3. And his attack isn't terrible, but he's slow, and yeah, he gives mana generation to the nearby allies, but if he's gonna go off, if you get the tiles to get him to go off, I don't think his nearby allies will really benefit much from that, just because you're gonna get an amazing board anyway, to get him to even fire. So not a huge fan of the mana gen on a slow hero. And then the same with the defense. If you get him to fire, you want his slow's special to be pretty devastating, and all he really does is 320% damage to the target and nearby enemies. So the defense and the mana generation, that's a nice afterthought, but it's not going to really help with a slow hero. I would rather see that on a fast hero to get a slow hero to get their mana quicker. So yeah, not a huge fan of Kagan at all. He's maybe should have been last. Last hero, number 20 on the list, I chose Aslar. Just not a fan of Aslar. I ascended him a long time ago. Wish I could get those rings back. Just because, yeah, leave it to me to ascend the one that I put last on the list. His special is devastating for a slow. His defense is terrible. 205 damage and 360 burn. Let's compare that with a very fast hero, where 135, not as much, but still, Aslar goes on everybody. 336 burn. For 2 turns. Aslar can be easily cleansed with some Keitha, so really, he used to be pretty decent as a tank before all these new heroes came out, but now Aslar is pretty much useless. I used to, since he had such a high attack back in the day before emblems, I used him on events. Sometimes with Elena, because they worked well together with their high attack stats, but not anymore. They're not really worth it. So, yeah, I would ascend Aslar last. Lastly, I was gonna do a bonus mono raid with my top reds. So let's go for it. Let's go Team Fire. Let's see, and FYI, this is why I'm not a mono player, because I'm not very good at it. There we go. Well, that's Natalia, look at that. That was easy. Just knocked that green machine right off the pedestal there. Let's set off Gravemaker since I've got Grazul going. Go Team Fire. Let's do a little kill then. Alright. Look at me. It's like I know what I'm doing. We want to set you off now. Oh, she withstood Marjina's fire. Alright. I'm not gonna say mono's good, because it's not. But dang, that was easy. Come on, Reina. Don't withstand that. You did, didn't you? And this is why I really don't like mono, because if you run out of tiles, like, you just have nowhere to go. But I didn't run out of tiles, they just kept coming up. So thank you, SKJ. Sorry I monoed you. I know, I feel disgusting for it. So just kidding, everyone who monos, it's okay. Whatever works for you. So yeah, that is all I had. So Good luck ascending, and hopefully you choose the right ones. Thank you.